you're not motivated enough to stay consistent, and you never will be. Instead, just follow this rule of thirds. Working towards any goal, just expect to love it 1/3 of the time, hate it the other third of the time, and then just like meh the last third of the time. Support is not always necessary, but we are social people, like social creatures by nature. Sharing your goals not only holds yourself accountable, but it also attracts those who want to see you win. On the path to high performance in any skill, working out, running, business, videography, you can expect to enter this pit of despair, if you will, like multiple times. Best way I can explain it is with working out. Everybody knows newbie gains are a thing. So if you were to create a graph and it was like how much knowledge you have in the space versus how much time you've put in, and the graph is like charting your experience or whatever, the newbie gains, it will go straight up right away. And they show muscle and people go, whoa dude, you've been working out, especially if you never have before, and that's such a good feeling. The whole time you're getting those newbie gains, you're probably doing everything wrong. Diet, form, lifting, how you're lifting, when you're working out, it's just whenever. All of a sudden you learn all these things, you just grow in your knowledge in the space. And then you hit that first pit, which is I'm plateauing, I'm not growing anymore. Or you try to go to the gym and you just feel like you have all these extra things that you need to do that really just get in the way of having a good time and working out. Once you get through that, you kind of find a groove again, you can excel, and then you set targets, hard targets based on your body weight, your time put in, what you're trying to achieve, what function you're training for, all these weird things. You pick that specifically and you kind of realize you can't have everything. You can't be a bodybuilder and a powerlifter and a professional CrossFitter and a long distance runner. There are some unicorns out there that crush it as hybrid athletes, but at the end of the day, if you're going to be the best of the best, you kind of have to pick one. And if lifting isn't the only thing you do in your life, you definitely got to sacrifice time. So you got to pick one thing and then go for that thing in the space. So all of a sudden your goals get more hyper specific, and then you can achieve that 5 to 10 year vet range where that person comes in the gym, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You see that person almost every time, they're very consistent, they look great, but they're not really wandering around or lost in their space. They're very confident in the space they're at and the targets they're achieving, and they'll have goals. If you ask them what's your 5-year goal, they have it. They know exactly what it is. Every milestone of knowledge you understand is a new level of perspective sets in. Ignorance is bliss because you don't know what you don't know. So if there's something that you love doing, like running, sometimes ignorance is bliss. Just have a lot of fun with it for as long as you can. Once you start to like really dive into the research and become that next level, again, it's like it kind of takes the fun out of it. You know, but you do get to another fun point again. You just got to go through that pit. That's, by the way, where everybody quits. Like if you look up the statistics on like business or working out, everybody does that first little curve and then they hit that first little pit and they quit right there. But if you were to just keep going, you'd be better than 90% of people. Lastly, just do things that keep you in the pocket. Fill your cup with hard work, healthy intake, positive vibes, and align with your higher power. I know a lot of people don't like to talk about that online. I'm not going to say more than that. Just start looking for that, because all this stuff that you do and all these achievements you do don't matter if you don't have some sort of alignment with your higher power. You know, big deal.